Welcome back to another Excel tutorial. Today I want to explore how to use the DATEDIF function. The DATEDIF function in Excel is a powerful tool used to calculate the difference between two dates. This function can return the difference in days, months or years, making it extremely useful for a wide range of applications, from calculating ages to determining the length of service or periods between events. The DATEDIF function belongs to the group of date and time functions within Excel and will calculate the difference between two dates in days, months or years. The syntax starts by DATEDIF, followed by start date, end date, and then you define the unit, where start and end date are the two dates to compare, and unit is the type of difference to calculate. For example, years, month or days, and for years you use Y, for months you use M, and for days you use D. And there are some others which I will explain to you in a second. So I would say we just start by an example, and now you shouldn't wonder, but the DATEDIF function, you won't find it if you type in equal date, and you see there's no DATEDIF function that Excel is giving me right there. But just type it in and then open the parentheses, and I promise you it will work even if Excel isn't showing the DATEDIF function anymore. So we first define the start date, which is, for example, our order date if we want to get the duration between order date and shipping date. Then we mark our shipping date, and then let's say we want to have days first, so we type in D for days, we close the parentheses, we hit enter, and we get to 2. So the DATEDIF function still works even if Excel isn't showing it. And what does it do? It basically just calculates how many days lie in between the order and the shipping date. And as you can see, this was on March 22nd and this March 24 in the same year, so the difference is 2. We can drag this down now and we can see, okay, here this is January, this is June, so half a year, so it seems to be correct as well. A bit over or a bit less than half a year, and then here we get to 2 all the time because in between order and shipping date are always 2 days. We can also use the DATEDIF function to calculate the difference in month in between. So we just have to get rid of the D and replace it by an M. Then we hit enter again, and as this lies in between or in the same month, we get to 0. We can drag this down now and we get all the time to 0 because this is always the same month except for row ID 2. Here we get to 5 because this is, like I said, in January and this is in June, which is a difference of 5 months. We can also do it for years. We just type in Y and now we get to 0 everywhere. But if I change this date, for example, to 2025, then the calculation will automatically or dynamically change, and we'll get to 1 because there's now 1 year in between those 2 dates. And there are also some other functions or some others expressions that you can use instead. For example, MD. This will return the difference in days between start date and end date, ignoring month and years. Then you can fill in YM. This will return the difference in months between start date and end date, ignoring days and years. And last but not least, you can fill in YD. This will return the difference in days between start date and end date, ignoring years. And this is basically how you use the DATEDIF function. It's like a hidden function. Excel isn't showing it anymore, but you can still use it. And I hope you liked this video. If you did like it, I would appreciate a thumbs up and a follow, and see you in the next video.